Hey y'all, Kevin with Reach Home here. So today we're talking to the sellers. So sellers, there are 5 reasons why your home might not actually be selling. There's probably more than 5 reasons, but we're going to highlight just top 5 right now. So we're going to count backwards here. So we're starting with number 5. Number 5, believe it or not, is photos. So unfortunately, a lot of times we think that our iPhones are good enough to have professional quality photos for our listings, and that's not necessarily always the case, especially if you have an agent who potentially is taking back photos in the bathroom where they can see themselves in the mirror still, or they're reaching around and trying to just be really creative, and it just looks a little tacky. So the number one rule here, I think, is to use professional photographers to actually get quality photos. You also want to consider things like the lighting in the photos, the amount of photos that you have, the order that you put the photos in. You want to have the best photo be that main cover photo so you can get more eyes on that listing. So professionalism here is key. Number four reason for why your home is not selling is marketing. So the primary way that you put your home gets out there is through the MLS. But that oftentimes might not actually be good enough. So you need to have an agent who's going to be putting your home in more places so it gets more eyes on it, so you get more attention, more traffic, and more offers. That's the goal. So is your agent putting the home on social media? Does your home have a dedicated website that can be sent out to other people through a dedicated link? Do you have a sign in the front yard? Do you have an info, like a QR code on that to get more info for people who are driving by? Do you have it on the realtor.coms, the Craigslist, the Facebook marketplaces? These are all different places where you can put your home listing to get more attention. Number 3 is accessibility. So we know that when you're trying to sell your home, it can be a little frustrating when you have people coming through super late at night, 7 p.m. or really early in the morning, 7 a.m. when you're just not quite ready, or you're trying to, get the kids to school, and this is an inconvenience. But the more accessible your home is, the more people can actually get in there to see it, the more likely it is to sell. So is it available for showings pretty consistently throughout the week, or do you have a lot of blocked out dates? Do you have open houses on the weekends so that people can just kind of come through on their own time and see the house without their agent potentially with them? Does your house have the lockbox and keys in the right spots? Do you have multiple keys in that lockbox just in case that one key goes missing, or the contractor takes the key and doesn't bring it back? Whatever it might be, we need to actually be able to get into the home. And then in Arizona, this is really important. You want to make sure you keep your utilities on, especially during the summer, because if you walk into someone's house and you're viewing that house and it's 100 degrees in there, you're not going to stay in there for more than 15 seconds tops. You also want to make sure you keep the water on just in case anyone needs to use the restroom. We know how bad that can go if you don't have water. So that's number 3. Number 2 is the condition of your home. First and foremost, you want to have good curb appeal. So what does your house look like on the outside? Does the house have a good paint coat? Is the landscaping well done? The grass is cut, the trees and bushes are trimmed? That's really going to draw the eyes to your home. Once you step into the home, you have to consider some things like staging. So if you can, I would recommend getting a professional stager to make your home look as best as it can. During that staging process, it's really important that you go through and remove as much clutter as possible. You deep clean your house, so the blinds, the carpets, everything needs to be looking perfect. When people walk into your home, they want to be able to see themselves in the home. They don't want to see how you necessarily live in that home. We also want to make sure that we have no actual smells in the house, and so make sure you have a good odor in there. You can always bake cookies. This is something that is just kind of a classic go-to. You bake cookies before open houses so that your house smells really good and really inviting. We also want to make sure that we're taking care of maintenance of major appliances. So the AC is working. We want to make sure that the roof is good. The condition of the home needs to be at its top peak so that there are very little issues once the selling process actually continues. So that's number 2. And finally, the last one is price. So if a house is overpriced, or even if there's a perception of it being overpriced, you're likely going to have very little showings and probably no offers. And so it's really important you have an agent that is very keen on pricing your home. So even if it's priced a little bit lower, then that actually can get you more showings, get you more competition, multiple offers, and in that case, you actually have a higher price on your home when it sells because of that competition. And so if you need help selling your home, go ahead and reach out to us. We're happy to help you out in whatever way that we can. Take care.